Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to talk to you about substance abuse. What is substance abuse? Substance abuse is when human beings take drugs, medicines in an amount which will result in getting addicted to these substances. When do these substance abuse starts? It starts in early childhood and during adolescence and adulthood. And many seniors, high school students, most of them end up having tried substances like alcohol, smoking, and even taking drugs, but not for prescription purposes. Um, Most commonly, you will abuse drugs are alcohol, cigarettes, cocaine, hallucinogens, marijuana, and saliva. And finally, I must talk about prescription drugs and cold medicine. These are things like Panadol and aspirin. I'll start with alcohol. Alcohol is what is alcohol? It is an intoxicating ingredient which is found in beer, wine, and liquor. It is produced by the fermentation of yeast, sugars, and starches. It acts on the central nervous system. It depresses it, and as a result, it also affects the person's mood. It is absorbed when the person takes alcohol. It is absorbed from the stomach into the small intestine into the bloodstream. It can cause a lot of effects, especially for the person. For a lady, who is pregnant, it can affect the child. What does it cause? It causes impaired dysfunction of the brain and motor skills, and you can even get certain types of cancers, strokes, and liver disease. The second drug which I would like to talk about are bath salts. These are the emerging group of drugs which contain symptoms related to ketamine. This is like the cut or mirror. Okay. Um, how these are used? These are basically by chewing. Some of them are snorted and by needle injection. They're also known as drone, meth, meow meow, and mirror. Then you've got club drugs. These are the club drugs which are used by teenagers and young adults in bars and nightclubs. This include GHB, Rohypnol, ketamine, MDMA, methamphetamine, which is most common nowadays, which is LSD. I want to talk to you about now another drug which is very important. This is cocaine. This is a very powerful addictive drug made from the leaves of coca, basically in South America. It produces short-term effects of feeling very good, energetic, and very highly lively. Now, what happens is that it affects the brain, and a person feels like feeling much pleasure and likes to move out a lot. Then you've got the hallucinogens. These are just compounds which are found in extracts of some plants. Um, how this leads to their use in ritual and spiritual traditions. They can have various effects on different people at different times, depending. Some hallucinogens are derived from mushrooms. The next drug, which is very important, is heroin. Heroin is an opiate drug which is synthesized from morphine, which occurs in the seed pod of opium plants. Heroin, it appears, is a black or a white substance or a black tar. What are the side effects of heroin? One is the short term is you feel very happy, euphoria, feeling clouded thinking, feeling very wakey and drowsy, vomiting, slow breathing, and heart rate. Long-term effects is good collapsed veins, abscesses, swollen tissues, constipation, liver and kidney function, and also pneumonia. Other related issues can happen when you're taken heroin is miscarriage, or risk of hepatitis and other infectious diseases due to sharing of needles. When it is used in combination of alcohol, it can cause a dangerous slowdown of heart rate and breathing system. When it is being withdrawn, there are certain symptoms. You find the person complains of restlessness, bone pain, insomnia, and cold flashes and goosebumps and moving of the hands. I want to talk about inhalants. Inhalants, these are things contained in spray paints, glues, cleaning powders. People do not typically think of these products as drugs because they are never intended for that But these drugs are abused today, as you can see in this of the street children. And I have to be honest with you that finally we have got in the latest in the market in the 21st century, these are called um, drugs which are used at parties. One is called spice, which is fake weed, moon rocks, and others. And how is it used? It is used in parties. People induces elevated mood relaxation, and it has got a more higher effect than marijuana. I want to talk about marijuana. This is most common to us because it is here it is called bangi. It is made from the cannabis plant. It is in a concentrated form, and the substance which is inside marijuana is tetrahydrocannabinol. How do people use marijuana? Basically, some of them smoke it in joints or in water pipes, uh, and after then they use it also in food and brownies and candies. That is the latest way of using it. How does marijuana has long and short-term effects on the brain? And short-term effects is it takes some time to react within half an hour to 1 hour. Um, Long-term effects include breathing problems. In teenagers, it can affect um, learning, reduces memory. It can cause depression, anxiety, and nowadays it can even cause suicidal thoughts among children. I have to talk about ecstasy. Ecstasy is the latest drug on the market. It's called MDMA ecstasy, and it is similar to Molly, and it has produces simple still feelings of increased energy, euphoria, emotional warmth, empathy towards others, and distortions. It is very popular among people going to the to nightclubs and clubs in general. What are the effects? Same thing. It causes person feels very well, uh, very the heart rate increases, the blood pressure increases, and what happens is particularly it is risky because it can cause muscular tension, involuntary clenching of teeth and naughty. You've got methamphetamines, which is called meth or ice. It is also used, it is like a white powder. Um, how is it abused? Orally smoked, snorted, or dissolved in water. What it causes is the methamphetamine goes into the brain and it increases the production of the neurotransmitter called dopamine, which is in dopamine is one that helps a human being in experiencing pleasure and motor function. Repeated metformin, you keep on taking it every day, you can start developing an addiction. You need it every day. Finally, I have to talk to you how to know whether you're caught, how to know whether a person is addicted to drugs. There are 4 questions that you should ask yourself, and they come in a what do you call it, in a mnemonic. It is called CAGE. No, this is this the simple 4 questions is C. You ask yourself, do you feel you need to cut down your take of the drug, whether it is alcohol or even smoking? And number two is A is, do you feel annoyed and someone criticizes you because of your drinking? Number 3 is G, when you feel guilty and after having taken the drug. And E, you must take it every morning. You've been drinking all night and you wake up in the morning, you still want to take it. And this is the same, it's a very simple mnemonic cage, and when you talk, and when you think about it, you're sitting at home, it can help you know whether whether you have a drug problem. So, in conclusion, all I can say is drug addiction is a powerful demon that can creep onto you, don't realize it, and it comes onto you. It begins as a recreation lifestyle. You start it once at a club, twice, and then it becomes a habit. You have to avoid getting caught in this web, and there are so many things you can do to keep yourself clean and sober. It can be a long or painful process, but it all depends on you as an individual. It is not difficult. If you have any questions, you can always contact me on my website, rajushori.com, and my phone number and email are there, and then I can give you further information. Thank you very much.